Hi, if you have ever had a release where everything was green, the build passed, the pipeline passed, and production still failed, this video is for you. Why green build still fail in production? Let's talk about the situation. One of the most confusing experiences for founders and CTOs is this: the build is green, the pipeline passed, everything looks fine, and yet shortly after release, production start failing. Customers are impacted, team panic, leadership asks a simple question: how did this happen if everything was green? Defining the real problem. This situation is what I call a release failure caused by false confidence. Not because teams did not test, not because engineers were careless, but because the signals used to judge readiness were incomplete. A green build creates a feeling of safety, but it does not guarantee predictability. Why teams feel safe, the misleading signal. Let's look at why this happens. Most engineering teams rely heavily on CI/CD pipelines and automated tests to decide if a release is ready. When all tests pass, the system sends one clear message: nothing is broken. Over time, this message becomes trusted, not questioned. But passing tests answer only a narrow question: did the system behave as expected under known conditions? Where production's failure comes from. Production failures rarely come from known conditions. They come from edge cases, real user behavior, traffic patterns, data volume, timing, and concurrency issues. These risks are rarely visible in pipelines. Pipelines don't report risk, they report correctness. So, leadership sees a green signal while the underlying risk is flattened into a single color. Why leadership is surprised? This is why production failures feel sudden. Not because the failure was unpredictable, but because the risk was never made visible. Leadership was not told what could fail, how severe the impact could be, how quickly the team could recover. When release fail under these conditions, surprise is inevitable. The wrong solution and the right decision shift. The solution here is not more tests, it is a different kind of signal. Instead of asking, did everything pass? Leadership should ask, what could still fail? Who would be impacted? How confident are we in recovery? This separates correctness from release readiness. A build can be technically correct and still be risk to release. Limitations. This approach does not eliminate failures. Software systems are complex and failures are inevitable. But what this approach does eliminate is surprise. And for leadership, fewer surprises, better decisions, calmer teams. Green build don't fail releases. Lack of visibility does. Releases failures happen when risk is misunderstood, not when teams don't work hard.